guys, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we are looking into their current feelings for you, and I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is this lion finger puppet, alright, and it says hello to you. And pile number two is this panda finger puppet, and it too says hello to you. Alright, now if you can hear noise in the background, it's actually pouring outside, but really good energies, so I felt like doing a reading for you today. So just a little bit of a heads up over there. Alrighty, so take some time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today. But I do hope that at least one of the piles' messages do resonate. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow or subscribe or book a private reading. So just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you're going to recall to, and then I should begin. Hi pile one, for those of you who chose the lion finger puppet, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into your reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Alrighty, pile one. What are pile one's person's current feelings for pile one, please? Current feelings for pile one, please. Current feelings for pile one. Hold on. Current feelings for pile one. Yep. Okay, I'll take that. Current feelings for pile one, please. Alright, let's see what we have here. We have Strength, Six of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, the Devil, Queen of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. I'm also going to get your oracle cards. Give me a second. We have Lion. These are for later. Change in the wind, bitterness, embrace, altruism, rogue, flaxen. Okay. Is it in your view? Yes, it is. Okay, let's take a look. Their current feelings for you. Wow, it's really pouring outside. I really think there is a change in the dynamic of your connection. I think things are starting to get more intense in your connection on your person's side. So it looks like for a period of time, I think that your person was kind of battling themselves of whether or not they should take this further. I don't think that it necessarily, how do I say this? I don't think that they necessarily told you about all of this confusion within themselves. But I definitely do see that back and forth energy coming from your person. But things are shifting, pile one, especially for you, because it looks like whatever's gone down between the two of you because of your person's inability to commit or to ground this connection, it looks like your person's coming in to heal that. There is a feeling in them, more of a determination in them to come towards you with solid energy. That's the energy that's coming through. At one point, this person could have ghosted you. This person could have walked away from this connection. It's also possible that this person might have struggled with their own insecurities about this connection, given we have the Devil over here. This person might have felt that maybe they didn't deserve love, or maybe they were not worthy of being loved. I do see running away energy, so there might have been a very running, chasing energy between the two of you. I would not be surprised. But one thing that your person is realizing, that however they've been showing up in this connection, it's not serving them anymore. They really need to change the way that they've been showing up. So with a change in the wind, this does feel a bit like initial energies, Pal 1. It doesn't feel like the transformation has happened. All of this is just in their feelings and their thoughts. It's not yet grounded. It's not yet been put into action at this point in time, all right? So let's slowly get into what the tarot has. So their current feelings for you, your person is understanding. There's a lot of lion energy over here, both of them, this and then here. So your person is understanding that taking a leap of faith, right? Choosing a connection that brings them joy, that brings them happiness, that is strength too. It's not always about, taking bold steps or doing what other people, defying other people, I guess I would say, or breaking the rules. Yeah, all of that is not really strength. I think that your person had a very, very different perspective, and frankly, unhealthy perspective about what was strength. I do feel that your person might have been a little bit more in their ego. There is arrogance that is coming through as well. No judgment over here. It's just the energy that your person was in, and I'm tapping into that. But something might have happened in their life, Pal 1, which has really humbled them. It looks like whatever perception your person had about themselves, all of that is breaking down. Your person is understanding that however they showed up in this connection or in other aspects of their life as well, it was not really showing strength. As much as they thought that it was strength, your person is realizing that they were actually being a coward and they were running away from what they truly wanted. So it's also possible that your person might have given justifications to you for walking away. I think that your person might have constantly kept giving excuses to themselves about why they were behaving the way that they were. But your person is realizing there's a lot of clarity setting in that whatever excuses your person gave themselves, it's no longer acceptable to them. Like they themselves are not feeling confident about the excuses that they're giving themselves. And so now it's kind of set off a thought process like, okay, but why? Why am I not believing the excuses that I'm giving myself? I mean, these are the excuses that I'm coming up with, right, for myself. So why is it that it's hard for me to believe? Why am I struggling to cope with the decisions that I've been making? So your person's definitely gone within a lot of thought. We've got the Queen of Swords coming out, which to me is a positive sign because it looks like your person's definitely in very introspective energies, but a lot of deep thinking about themselves, about evaluating who they are, how they've been showing up. And not just that, because we've got the Queen of Swords coming out, it's more about clarity that's come through for your person. And it's clarity that they are willing to accept, because sometimes you do get clarity, but if you're not open-minded, if you're not willing to accept those harsh truths about yourself, then that's pointless, right? But in your person's energy, I'm definitely feeling that they're open to it, and they're understanding that it takes strength to look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, you know what? That's a part of me that I need to work on. As much as I care about who I am as a person, I am kind and compassionate towards myself, there is a part of me that needs to be worked on, I'm also getting the phrase, this is who I am, take it or leave it. So I think that at one point your person was very, very resistive in changing themselves. I think that they had a very wrong perception. Being in a connection with someone means that you are going to evolve. It's not change, but it's evolution, where both of you come together and both of you align your energies together. Some people might misconstrue it as maybe, oh, okay, I'm going to be changing my entire personality, but this is who I am, and I can't let go of who I am. And I feel like your person might have been so stuck with the version of themselves that was no longer serving themselves, and it took them a long time to break that ego as well with the image that they had about themselves. Your person's understanding that it's not changing for someone else, it's your own evolution to align with what you truly want. And as an extension of that, it also aligns with the person that you wish to be with. So the person's understanding these deeper truths about themselves. It's not easy, definitely not easy for your person to, have these harsh realizations about themselves. So there might be a period of chaos or energy of chaos that you might be tapping into, Pile 1. I would not be surprised given we have the devil energy as well. So first off, it's the devil energy, you know, in this case represents like hopelessness. It represents, you know, the shock of understanding that you are actually the cause of where you are at, and you're not happy with where you're at, which means there is something wrong in the actions that you've taken in the past. And that shock itself has been a big hit for your person's ego. There is a lot of love between the two of you. There is a lot of love that this person does have for you, Pile 1. So amidst all of that ego, or that, I guess I would say that cloud of ego, underneath all of it, there is a lot of love. There is a lot of feelings for you. You know, people often say that, you know, your ego, it's protecting a part of you that was wounded. You know, yes, there is no justification for how one acts when they are in tune with their ego self. Yes, I do understand that it can be hurtful to other people, and, you know, some actions taken, it might be hard to forgive. It can lead to pain. But at the end of the day, when you take a look at ego, it's always masking a wounded person on the inside. And the bigger the ego, the bigger the wound is on the inside. And so amidst all of that cloud, or underneath all of that cloud of ego, I do want to say there is a lot of love between the two of you. This person does want things to be long-term between the two of you. Like, they do see both of you, the kind of companionship that both of you have is unparalleled for this person. It looks like you seem to, like, you know how I said the ego and then their hurt self? It looks like you've always seen their hurt self and loved them all the same. And so they're understanding that they too need to look at themselves the way that you see them, not just perceive themselves as their ego self. They also have to take a deeper look at what's wounded. So all of those wounds are actually coming to the surface right now, which is why I'm fairly certain that you are going to be feeling chaotic energy when you tap into your person's energy. That's just because all of these truths are a little bit difficult for your person to understand about themselves. And it's difficult, right? I mean, you've had one perception about yourself and you've been so rigid about that perception, and then something comes along and you're forced to see a different aspect of you, an aspect of you that you probably have repressed for a long time, an aspect of you that maybe you're not proud of, and now you have to learn to love that part of you, learn to be proud of that part of you as well. So that is the process that's going on with your person. A lot is in their thoughts. Pile 1, even though I'm trying to tap into their feelings, a lot of it is kind of going back to their thoughts. It's going back into their mental space. So your person is trying to navigate this phase with rationale and from a healthy perspective. All right? Now, with the 8 of Pentacles coming out with the 9 of Cups, your person definitely does want to bring some kind of balance in this situation, but they also understand that they need to love all aspects of themselves before they come towards you. They need to be happy and content with the person that they are today. Yes, there are aspects of them that are healing. Yes, there are aspects of them that will constantly keep evolving. But today, this is who they are, and they need to love even the good, the bad, the ugly. And your person is understanding that until and unless they're able to do that, they will constantly keep sabotaging this connection, and they don't want that. They want, as much as possible, they want to bring happiness between the two of you. They want that joy, that fulfillment, that contentment between the two of you. But your person is also understanding that unless they feel good on the inside about themselves, they can't. It's not possible for them to make the people around them feel good as well. It's kind of like that saying, hurt people, but your person's understanding that healed people also heal people. And so your person is starting to enter a phase where they are going to be accepting of themselves. They're going to be loving towards themselves, showing kindness and compassion towards themselves. As they do that, Pile 1, they're going to be healing, and as they do that, they're going to be healing their ego. They're also going to be opening their heart towards this connection. All right, so all roads definitely do lead to you, but right now it's a little bit more your person is more focused upon themselves, their journey, their thought processes, and it's more about looking inwards at this point in time. Whatever clarity has come through for your person right now, it's all about seeing how that clarity can be put into action. It's not action-oriented energy just yet, One, that's still a process of its own, but they're stepping into that energy where they are going to take action. That action is a little bit more inward, One, but it's good energies. I guess I would say aligned energies. Yes, I'm learning how to correct that thought process of mine. So it's aligned energies, because I can also see this infinity symbol over here. So your person, by whatever energy they are in right now, they're stepping into their power. They're realizing that strength is about accepting who you are on the inside, while understanding that there is space for evolution. All right, so it's kind of like two bits that your person is going through. First off, acknowledging the parts of themselves that they were not proud of, or they were, trying to hide from the rest of the world. Accepting, loving, and being kind to that part of themselves. And it's also about, understanding that they can't just stick to one version of themselves. There needs to be an evolution. As much as they love who they are at this point in time, which in this person's perception, it is loving themselves, but there's so much of them that they've kept hidden away. So what this person actually loves is their ego self. And so even that is breaking down, that love is spreading to the other parts of themselves. So your person is understanding that, first off, that's not love, loving your ego self. Yeah, it serves you until it doesn't, and your person is understanding that needs to heal as well. What they perceive as loving their ego self, it was just them clinging on to an image that they didn't want anybody else to kind of hurt them anymore, or they didn't want anyone else to see how wounded they really were on the inside. And that also means that letting go of your ego self also means that they need to make space for their growth, and so your person is in very, very introspective energies right now, very, very passive energies. I don't see no contact over here, though for some of you it could be no contact, it could be separation. But common theme for all of you is that your person's kind of gone within. You're going to see them more up in their head, more of pensive, very thinking energy. Might not want to communicate with people outside as well, because all said and done, all of this is internal chaos that your person is dealing with right now. All right? Let me get you one advice that wants to come out. One advice for power. About this connection. Too many. Too many. Yes, patience. All right? L1, patience. I know it's a little bit difficult to hear, but patience right now is standstill energy. Now, when it comes to standstill energy, all right, here's how I perceive it. When things are not moving, it's usually a sign for you to breathe out, to rest, for you to find peace within yourself. You're blessed with that time, that space, that time out period before things start to get up and running. So take advantage of this time, all right? View it in a healthy perspective. Don't view it as, something that is putting a stop to your plans or something that is delaying your plans. No. See this time, this break that you have, as an opportunity for you to find yourself, to center yourself, to find your peace, for you to breathe out, just to rest for a little bit before things start up again. All right? So how you view this pause is really important for you, Pal 1, right? It's important for you to find peace in the pause right now, okay? Then let me get you your other oracle cards. Let's see what wanted to come out for your reading. Wow, it's really raining really heavily today. So these are 3 timing cards. Take your time. Think of questions related to timing, but with timing I do want to say, please be a little bit careful. They're always based on the current energies of when you're watching this video. So if the card comes out and it aligns with your intuition, most likely it's for you. If it comes out does not align with your intuition, most likely it's for someone else. Let it go. Don't force it to align, all right? So I'm going to give you a few seconds now to think of your questions, and you can pause this video if you have to. Alrighty, Pal 1, I'm opening the cards now. Capricorn season, not for you to know right now. Waning moon. These two seem pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to be getting into it. Not for you to know, so maybe there is some aspect of this connection that still needs aligning. Maybe you are being protected from that information at this point in time. Or it's also possible that if you were to know when it's going to happen, you might start to become a little bit more focused on that, which would lead to misalignment. So right now you're being protected from knowing, all right? So again, there's a lot about finding peace in the wait for you. That's the energy that came out with the Hangman as well, all right? So I really hope that you can take that advice. Pal 1, it looks like when you find peace in the wait, when you're okay with not knowing, it looks like that's when it's going to happen, all right? Then let's get into this section of the reading. I usually keep this a little bit more freestyle. This is just messages or guidance that wants to come through for you. It could be related to this connection. It doesn't have to be. It could be related to other aspects of your life. You would be the best person to relate these messages, all right? So if you've asked for guidance of any kind, if you've, kind of been looking for some kind of messages, then this would be just the portal that I've kept open for you, all right? I am trusting. Oh my gosh, I told you, peace in the wait. Pal 1, peace in the wait. That seems to be a very, very big theme for you. So maybe you might not have been trusting the process, or maybe you might have been struggling to find peace in the wait. Wow, the rain just, it just is pouring. So I think that maybe it is representative of the chaos that you've been feeling within yourself as well, all right? And that's okay, Pal 1, that's okay. You can always shift, you can always align, you can always learn to find that peace within yourself, right? If you're struggling to trust the process, take a look at previous incidents in your life that have unfolded where when it started out, it might have felt senseless or you didn't understand what was happening, but eventually it led to a deeper understanding of why things had to unfold the way that they did. Take a look at previous examples from your life, all right? That usually helps to build trust, because if you know, all right, well, I went through this phase and when it started out, it was absolutely chaotic. I had no idea what was going on, but eventually things made sense to me. It had to unfold that way. The more examples you can bring out, the more it helps you to build that trust, all right? 3232, encouragement. Receive encouragement from the angels. All right, so it looks like some encouragement wants to come through. You might be really struggling over here, Pal 1, and that's okay, all right? So it looks like there is guidance that wants to come through. Be receptive to it. How can you be receptive to it? You need to calm down. You need to find your peace. That is very, very important. Otherwise, the anxiety, the nervousness, the chaos within you, it often overshadows the encouragement and the guidance that is coming through, all right? So take some time. There are many, many spiritual practices that you could get into. Meditation is one, journaling is one, even just sitting in silence with yourself, allowing your thoughts to flow, not really controlling which direction they want to go. Even that is a very, very good way of exhausting those thoughts so that you can let new thoughts form, or you can receive guidance as well, all right? Appreciate your uniqueness. So it looks like maybe you have a unique way of finding your center, finding your peace. It doesn't have to resonate with other people. It doesn't have to be something that other people do. You could find your own way. I feel like giving you an example. For me, when I dance, that is how I find my inner peace. It doesn't matter what is happening in my life. My life could be up in shambles and absolutely chaotic, but the minute I put on some music, some dance music, and I just flow with the music, that is me finding my peace and my center. And it might not resonate with other people, you know. Maybe for other people it's meditation, or maybe it's journaling, but for me this is one practice that I always come back to regardless of what's happening in my life. So maybe there's something that is unique to you, Pal 1, where you find your peace, you find your center by that practice. So take a look at that and try to tap more into that. Spend more time, be intentional about including that in your daily practice or as part of your spiritual practice. All right? Pal 1, this is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips that I send in, watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Pal 1, take care, trust your intuition. You always have free will. Find your peace your way, all right? Bye-bye. Hi, Pal 2. For those of you who chose the panda finger puppet, this is going to be your reading, all right? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes. Think of your person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alright, Pal 2. What are Pal 2's persons? I didn't ask the question yet. What are Pal 2's persons' current feelings about Pal 2, please? What are feelings? Alright, Pal 2. Let's see what we have here today. The Moon, 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, 10 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. Okay. We've got Panda coming here today, twice. Let me get you your oracle cards. These are for later. Exchanging gifts, disloyalty, flow, expression, initiation, hickory, hawk. Okay. So there's definitely been some kind of conflict between the two of you. Something's definitely gone down. It's possible that maybe both of you were not on the same page at one point in time. It's also possible that maybe there were conflicts over a period of time. Both of you were not able to see eye to eye, or maybe there was just a lot of chaos and conflict. More than chaos, it looks like conflict in your connection for an extended period of time. First off, the big energy that's coming through is that your person actually feels quite sad about whatever's gone down between the two of you. For some of you, it could have been one big fight. For others of you, it could have been many, many small fights over a period of time as well. That message is not coming through, but it looks like there was definitely some kind of disagreement, some kind of fight between the two of you. Right now, I don't think that you are getting any communication from your person, or your person might be a little bit short with their communication. The reason for that is your person's taking the time to heal right now. They're taking the time to process what's happened. It feels to your person that they were not understood by you. That is the message that's coming through. Reality could be different. You could have understood this person, but in their perception, Paltu, it feels like your person was not understood, or their perspective was not understood by you. And so there's a little bit of that hurt coming through, a little bit of feeling lonely, feeling abandoned, because the phrase that's coming through is, no one seems to understand my situation, my perspective on things. So maybe your person has a different way, or maybe your person's perspective might be influenced a little bit by their past experiences, which might be very unique to them, and that might be causing a little bit of that conflict between the two of you, where you're unable to see your person's perspective, or they are unable to see your perspective as well. The way that I see it is, your person feels, I'm trying to say this in like a kind way, because this is your person's perspective, all right? It's kind of like when you're in a connection, all right? One person or both of them promise to make the other person feel seen, right? But right now, because of what's happened, your person doesn't feel that the promise was lived up to, all right? So there's a little bit of feeling that the promise was not kept. So that, again, is making them feel very alone, very isolated, very, okay, yeah, no, nobody's going to understand this. I don't know how to express myself. I feel very, very alone in what I'm going through. So a little bit of woe is me energy coming from your person, Paltu, but I think they're going to be in this energy for a little bit, all right? We definitely have more aligned energies coming through with the hawk, but right now, this is their current energy. They will step out of it. They are going to rise up from what they're feeling right now. But as of right now, current energies, predominant energy is more about this isolation, this feeling lonely, feeling misunderstood, feeling like nobody really gets them. That is the energy that's coming through. Now, with the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Cups, first off, you do make your person really happy. Whatever's gone down between the two of you, as much as it makes your person feel alone right now, feel isolated right now, there are very, very happy aspects to your connection where they do feel good, they do feel fulfilled. It looks like maybe it's just one particular subject that both of you are unable to come to the same page, or it's just one aspect of your connection that both of you might not be able to see eye to eye, or it's just different. Both of your views, your perception, your experiences might be different. But your person is gaining clarity. It's not yet come though, Paltu. It is going to come. This seems a little bit more future energy that I'm tapping into, because predominant energy seems to be a little bit more closed off right now. But your person is gaining clarity that if they don't tell you what they're going through and what they're thinking, they can't expect you to magically understand. So this is something that they're understanding about connections, about relationships, where not just with respect to romantic connections, no, it's also with platonic and familial as well. Unless you voice your thoughts out, you can't expect the other person to magically understand you. Yes, there is a beautiful bond between the two of you. Yes, both of you have very, very deep feelings for each other. Yes, maybe on other aspects, both of you align. Maybe other aspects, both of you, naturally complement each other. But in some aspects, your person has to learn how to speak up, has to gain clarity in their own thought processes, in their own beliefs, their own values, so that they can communicate with you. A big theme of your reading is your person understanding that it has to come from them. All right, the clarity about their own thoughts has to come within them, and they need to initiate that conversation and bring clarity to you. Only then will both of you flow together, because you are going to get these bumps along the way. And you're not a mind reader. Nobody's a mind reader, right? And your person's understanding that as clear it is to you and everybody, like we all know, right? Nobody's a mind reader, but sometimes when it comes to connections, we tend to, and I'm saying everybody, you know, me included as well. It's not really pinpointing any person, and no judgment over here. It's a natural behavior that all of us learn over time to realign with what's more healthy. So there's a natural tendency to put expectations on the other person to always understand us, even if we don't communicate, to always kind of understand our perception. And your person's realizing that it's not always the case, you know, especially when it comes to connections. It's about communication, you know. As much as both of you flow in other aspects of your connection, there will always be certain aspects of your connection, where you have to communicate with each other. You have to open up. You have to tell the other person what you are thinking, what you are feeling, so that the other person can try to make you feel comfortable. Again, it is not the responsible. Wow, I'm struggling with my words. So I think your person really struggles with communicating their thoughts as well. But this is something that they're learning right now how to. Again, it is not the responsibility of the other person to cater to your happiness. I do want to put that out there. But because they feel for you, because they love you, because they care about you, they help you by being by your side as you find your contentment, as you find your happiness in the connection, all right? So your person's understanding these little aspects of a connection. Maybe for quite a period of time, things were really good between the two of you, but I think now you're kind of stepping out of the honeymoon phase and you're starting to get a little bit deeper into the connection, where both of you are like I wouldn't say flaws, but I will say the gaps in the connection that usually are hidden in the honeymoon phase. All of those are starting to be seen by both of you right now, which could be why the conflicts have started between the two of you. But that's okay. That is a normal process of the connection. Part of the connection's evolution is filling those gaps together in a way that aligns with both of you, and your person's understanding that, you know, these are seeds that both of you have to do together. These gaps don't just fill, you know, yes, there might be a soulmate connection. Yes, both of you might feel very aligned with each other, but there are always going to be aspects where both of you will have to make an effort to one another, all right? So your person is understanding that they need to express themselves. They need to show. They need to first gain clarity and then show and then tell you. Big theme of your reading is communication, is about expression. It's about initiating that conversation about difficult topics between the two of you so that both of you can find your way onto the same page, all right? So the person's understanding that whatever loneliness they feel, it's because of their own unrealistic expectations of how this connection is supposed to be. And so there's a little bit of that clarity coming, a little bit of that grounding happening, where your person is realizing, no, it's not like that. There are going to be some aspects where I have to gain clarity in my thoughts and then communicate my needs, my desires. My person is not automatically going to, you know, magically make my wishes and my dreams and my needs happen because they're not a mind reader. All right, so that seems to be a very big theme of your reading. Eventually, your person is going to come forward. I would suggest giving them some time to work through this, because it seems like there is a lot of mental clarity that your person needs right now. And as painful as it might be for you to let them be in this energy of like isolation, it looks like your person really needs it to gain clarity about themselves and about their thoughts so that they can communicate that with you. But it looks like your person, once they have gained that mental clarity, they are going to come forward with a new beginning. We've got initiation as well coming. So I would expect communication from this person just after a little while. All right, Pal 2? You can expect communication. You can expect a more grounded view of this connection. I guess I would say a healthy perspective of this connection and of you, of your limitations as well, as a partner or as someone in this connection with your person, all right? And also, I think your person is understanding that The fundamental responsibility of happiness lies onto them, you know. As much as they express their needs and their desires with you, that is the first step that your person's learning. But even after that, it is their own responsibility to bring that happiness for themselves first before they can, I wouldn't even say expect it from someone else. Whatever happiness you bring to the table for this connection should only add to the happiness that your person already has within their life, and their understanding that they have to build that happiness within themselves first. They have to have that clarity about what makes them happy, what are their needs, what are their desires, before they can, I guess, align with you and find a way for both of you to work together. All right? So definitely a cycle closing out between the two of you. It looks like the end of a honeymoon phase, but it's now the real work begins, which I think both of you wanted, because we've got the 10 of Cups, we've got the 10 of Pentacles. Both of you want this. It's just, it's hard work, you know? But the good news, I guess, is with the right person, the hard work is effortless, you know? It naturally comes to you, which is something that your person is understanding right now, okay? Let me get you one advice. Pile two, one advice. Four piles, please. Too many? Okay. Three of Wands, yes, there's a little bit of a weight. Pile two, there's a little bit of a weight for you over here, okay? And with Justice coming out, things are going to be balanced. Don't worry. If you've been worried about that, if you've been, kind of panicking about your person and what's happening with them, first off, trust your person, all right? Trust their way of handling their own thoughts, their own perspective on things, all right? But the second thing is, there needs to be balance in this situation, Pile 2, and that balance cannot come until your person has gained mental clarity. So you need to wait for that to happen, for there to be balance in this connection. So allow your person to come to you themselves. This needs to be something that they have to work through themselves before coming forward. If you were to stop this process, it would be very imbalanced between the two of you, because you've not given your person that opportunity to come to the conclusion that, first off, they need to understand their needs and desires, and then they need to learn how to communicate that with you. All right? So allow your person to go through this process of understanding, this process of introspection that they're going through. It is going to be a wait, all right? But it is going to lead to things being balanced between the two of you, and it's going to be more grounded energy between the two of you, all right? Let me get your oracle cards. So these are timing cards, Pile 2. I do want to say, with timing cards, please be a little bit careful. They're always based on the current energies of when you're watching this video. So if the card comes out and it aligns with your intuition, most likely it's for you. If it comes out, does not align with your intuition, most likely it's for someone else. Don't force it to align. Let it go. And yeah, I do want to say, I'm going to give you a few seconds now to think of your questions related to timing, but feel free to pause this video if you have to. Alrighty, Pile 2, I'm opening the cards now. Next year, when you gain a different perspective, it's time to move on. All right. Okay, so this seems pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to get into that, but let's get into these two, all right? When you gain a different perspective, so whatever it is that you're asking about, Pile 2, it looks like maybe the way that you're approaching the situation, it might not be aligned. Your thought processes, maybe the feelings that you're having, maybe there's something that you are not seeing. So it could be either gaining a fresh perspective, or it could be realigning your perspective, shifting your perspective a little bit more. So take a look at how you've been perceiving the situation. Try to see which part of it doesn't feel right to you. Something about it might not be aligned. Some part of it might feel a bit off. That's usually an indication that you need to change that perspective. It looks like once you gain a different perspective, once you realign your perspective, it looks like it's going to happen, all right? It's time to move on. So not necessarily from the connection, not necessarily from a person. It could also be moving on from resentment, moving on from being too attached to the outcome, moving on from waiting from, I guess I would say waiting moving on from obsessively waiting for something to happen, just maybe being okay with the wait, finding peace in the wait. It could also be moving on from your own thoughts, your own actions that are not serving you anymore. It could also be moving on from an older version of you as well. So take that as it resonates for your situation. Oh, it could also be moving on from feeling like things have to unfold in a certain way. All right, so maybe letting go of that, letting go of how you want things to unfold, and just letting things to happen the way that they are supposed to. That could also be a version of moving on, but take that as it resonates for your situation. How to you would know what it is that you need to be moving on from. All right, so these are 3 timing cards that wanted to come out for you. Then we come to the last section of this reading. I usually keep this a little bit more freestyle. This is messages or guidance that you might have asked for. It could be related to this connection. It doesn't have to be. Given that you know your other situations in your life better, feel free to connect these cards to those situations. All right, I just keep this as a portal in case you're looking for guidance about something. Okay, I am whole. All right, pile 2. You might be struggling to feel whole because of this connection. There might be other aspects of your life that might be draining you. You might be, maybe doubting yourself, maybe feeling like you have to get to a version of yourself to feel whole, to feel complete. Pile 2, this is a beautiful reminder for you that wherever you are right now, yes, even though there are parts of you that are healing, there are parts of you that are evolving, you are whole. You are whole. You are complete. Yes, you are evolving, but today you are whole. You are complete. All right, this is a beautiful reminder. This is a really good affirmation for you to keep telling yourself as well, to remind yourself that yes, I do have little ways to go, absolutely, but that does not mean I am not whole and complete today. All right. 3838, success. Success and achievement are on the horizon. So if there's something that you've been worried about, could be related to this connection. It doesn't have to be. Maybe you're worried about whether you're going to find success, whether it is going to pan out. You might be holding on a little bit to how you want things to unfold, or whether things are going to unfold the way that you wish to. So first off, I'm getting the message, let go. All right, it looks like this is a confirmation that success is coming your way, pile 2. So let go of your fears, all right? The second message that I'm getting is you are aligning with the success that you are looking for, all right? So continue being on that path. Let go of what is not serving you, maybe those fears that might be blocking, because it's coming for you, all right, pile 2? Stay curious. All right, so maybe there's some aspect of your life where you need to be curious. Maybe it might be looking at other alternatives to solve a problem. Maybe it could be staying curious about yourself. Maybe there are different aspects of you that you need to still understand. You need to still find out. Could be related to this connection. Maybe whatever has been going down between the two of you, maybe there are some aspects of you that you need to discover. Maybe this conflict or whatever's gone down between the two of you is a trigger for you to get to know yourself, to rediscover yourself, to find parts of yourself that you might not have tapped into before, or might be coming to the surface because of what's gone down between the two of you. So stay curious, all right? Don't think of yourself, I guess, as a project to work on. Think of yourself as maybe this masterpiece that you just want to find out more details about, just want to keep discovering. That's a beautiful way of looking at oneself, rather than looking at yourself as a project. Okay, what needs to be fixed? What is the lack over here, because you are whole and complete, pile 2, all right? So take a look at yourself as a beautiful whole masterpiece. Just that, how when you're looking at sculptures, right? You take some time to look at it. You take some time to look at the creases. You take some time to look at the color, the expressions, Those are things that you are discovering about them. It's not that you are looking for flaws. It's just that you're taking the time to discover them. At some point, you're going to find the sculpture. Maybe it's a couple of 100 years old, so maybe it's a little bit broken down. That is still parts of themselves that you are discovering. It's not that you necessarily go looking for the flaws. You're viewing it from a perspective of discovering the sculpture. So take a look at yourself that way. Oftentimes when we don't feel whole and complete. The reason for that is we keep thinking of ourselves as a project to be worked on, but we are not. We're not. You know, we are whole and complete today. Yes, there are parts of ours that are healing or hurting. There are parts of ourselves that we need to work on. There are parts of ourselves that we need to evolve deeper into. But that doesn't mean that we can't look at ourselves as a masterpiece today. So I really think this is a beautiful message. It connects very well with I am whole. Stay curious about yourself. Think about yourself as someone or a masterpiece that you are discovering. All right? You're going to find things that you like. You're also going to find things that you don't like. But that's part of the discovery process. It's not part of the nitpicking process. All right? How to. This is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, How to, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips I send, and watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. How to. Take care, trust your intuition, you are whole, all right? Keep reminding yourself that as well. And yeah, keep discovering parts of yourself. Find joy in the discovery process. That's important as well, all right? Take care, pal, too. I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.